Joining us now is Majid Memon from the NCP. Majid Memon, you're a top lawyer. You've just heard the Mumbai police come out and reveal that Republic Television was buying TRPs. They had no television respect point, but when it came to rating points, instead of earning them through their content, through the manner in which stories were being done through journalism, they were paying off households, very poor households, a certain amount of money to keep their channels turned on. What's your initial reaction to this big investigation of the Mumbai police?
Well, I'm aghast. I'm shocked to learn what has been revealed by Mumbai Police Commissioner, with certainly some amount of responsibility and certain material that he must be having, that he could come out and speak publicly what he has spoken. I must remind your viewers that media is the fourth pillar of democracy. We can't ruin or destroy democracy if one of the pillars of democracy is found to be indulging in these kinds of shameful activities. Media has great respect. Media has great name, but it has certain black sheep. And I'm glad that Mumbai Police Commissioner has been able to identify that black sheep and uncover what criminal offenses are being committed in the name of TRP, how they manipulate, fabricate, and try to earn money, earn name, and a kind of a rat race for growth in the graph of their TRP by false means. This is a serious economic offense also. This is an offense against nation. This, I would call it, a charge of sedition should be even slapped on such people who are indulging in these kinds of activities to mislead, on one hand, mislead the nation, and on the other hand, spoil a good name of media. So I think this whole thing needs to be gone into deeply, and then truth must surface, and those who are responsible for this must be dealt with by an iron hand of the law.
No, but then, you know, the journalist in question, and I doubt he can be called a journalist, he's more like a criminal with the kind of charges that have been leveled. Of course, these charges need to be proven in a court of law, and we don't believe in kangaroo courts. We believe in going by the law of the land, and these charges need to be proven in a court of law, not in a kangaroo court where the anchor editor thinks he's judge, jury and executioner. But it will be said by Arnab Goswami and his team that because we ran stories against the Mumbai Police Commissioner, therefore this is a hit job, that this isn't true. How significant do you believe will be the weight of evidence? You know, is this actually a charge that can be substantiated and established in a court of law? That is most crucial, isn't it, Majid Memon?
No. See, in due process of law, of course, now will commence. And even police commissioner is not privileged to just make people believe what he says as true. Therefore, this will have to undergo a test, a procedure of law. And therefore, whether it is Arnab Goswami, XYZ, I am not concerned as to who the person at the other end is. But what I am seriously concerned is that looking at the gravity of the impact of such manipulation, how the nation is being misled throughout, and how people are being befooled. And therefore, it's a very, very serious offense. Apart from a grave economic offense, this is also an offense against society, offense against democracy, offense against nation. And therefore, this will have to be probed thoroughly. Sufficient substantive material will have to be placed before the court, and certainly the accused will get opportunity to defend himself. And nobody is going to just pronounce him guilty as that channel was doing otherwise. The channel may have ruined the career of several innocent people who are ultimately found to have not been involved in the propaganda that was being made at the expense of, at the altar of receiving certain monies. So this is blackmailing. This is something worse than murder. And I'm afraid that if there is sufficient material to sustain the charges that the police commissioner has brought forth, the punishment will have to be extremely deterrent to save the fair name of media in general.
No, so, you know, the question clearly, Majid Memon, will be this, that if two of the other owners of the news channels that were found fixing ratings have been arrested, is it only then logical to imagine that once summons are issued, once questioning is over, then very serious action needs to be taken against this criminal?
No, see, law takes its own course. The law does not distinguish between X and Y. and whether it's a channel man, whether it's the owner, or whether it's an anchor or something of that kind. The evidence will decide what is the evidence and what is the role played, what is the contribution in crime of a suspect or an accused. And that, of course, will have to be placed before the learned court. And the court will examine whether such person on being arrested is entitled to be released on bail or not immediately upon arrest, or has to languish in custody for longer time. It all is the prerogative of the court, which will appreciate the gravity of the crime and the impact on the society. In my humble view, the impact on the society is enormous in a matter like this. And as I said earlier, I would repeat that it is worse than murder. It's worse than multiple murder.
No, can I just ask you to don your lawyer's hat for a moment? You heard the Mumbai Police Commissioner's press conference. How serious are these charges in law? You know, okay, so you were rigging rating points, which is now established according to the investigation of the Mumbai police. How serious are these charges in law, Mr. Memon?
Rahul, let us not be driven by the expression of Police Commissioner alone. He has revealed certain things in his conference, but he will have to come out with substantive material, the evidence against A, B, C, who he is pointing out. And it will all be scrutinized by the learned court. Right in the first step, certain magistrate who will have jurisdiction will consider as to whether there is any substance in the allegations, or whether the offense needed custodial interrogation, or whether the accused could be released on bail. So these are all matters of judicial application of mind. I and you probably would be driven one way or the other, but that will not matter.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.